And it's all happening in Minnesota from the Target Center in Minneapolis. The Nuggets taking on the Timberwolves. For the Denver Nuggets, they've started the season with an even 1-1 split, shooting to get on the better side of 500 tonight. Timberwolves, Nuggets, coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And here early in the season, these two teams trying to overcome the injuries and hopefully get healthier down the stretch.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Hardaway is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Dropper in at the three. For the Timberwolves, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Naz Reid out there with Anunoby. And it's Gobert in at the five. Coach, this early on in the season, what was the emphasis for you and your staff when you were coaching?
Well, look, Kevin, we really wanted to learn our strengths and find the best way to play to them. Of course, discovering your strengths is much easier for teams with a superstar. But either way, it's about discovering the kind of basketball your team needs to play. Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
DiVincenzo kicks to Anunoby. Gobert the screen. Anunoby passes to Gobert. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
The physicality Gordon plays with jumps out at you. He's got a fearlessness about him.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Now, here's Jokic. Last game, 26 points. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
To the middle. On the wing, Anunoby. Murray with it. And it's Reid picking him up. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's DiVincenzo. 8 points his last outing. Down low. And the layup is good.
Well, Gobert understands how to capitalize off these sets. Great movement by him after setting the screen.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat. But that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it. Well, Gordon is known for his athleticism, and he loves rising up to throw it down.
And here's Edwards. To the paint. Wants to get it to Reid, and does. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Hardaway for three. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Pacers.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Jokic with the screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Murray. Hardaway from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his third assist on the night.
Corner jumper right in Hardaway's wheelhouse.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Nuggets trail by 5. On the wing, Hardaway. And the Nuggets hit again from deep. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Nikola Jokic.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Here's Dillingham. Miller, no luck. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. That ties the game.
Well, that's just great awareness there from Murray to take advantage of what the defense was giving him and go to work in the mid-range.
Hardaway against Edwards. Pass to Miller. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Guys, by many accounts, the Denver Nuggets had one of the better summers of any team, fortifying their depth and acquiring Cam Johnson from the Nets. In their chase for another title, they seem to have taken steps in the right direction.
They're clearly all in. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. First one falls for him. Good on both. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team. They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
here's the screen. Edwards passes to Miller. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And here they go. And there's Miller. That's good on the assist by Anunoby. Miller's got his second basket of the night. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They trail by 3. Goes up on the wing. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Crisp, clean mechanics there. Just a pure shot from Jamal Murray.
Here's Dillingham. He's covered by Murray. And it's sent back by Jokic. Here's Strother. Still scoreless. Hardaway, no good. Here's Beringer. Dillingham with it. Miller with a screen on Hardaway. Intercepted. On the wing, Hardaway. Good D by Anunoby. Now the Timberwolves with it. Now Dillingham. Driving in. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. lineup for Minnesota. A different look for Denver. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The Nuggets, number 1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Now here's Brown, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. The Nuggets making a switch here. Holmes checked in.
Substitution, number 14, Holmes.
Here's Brown. Holmes setting the big for Brown. The Nuggets with another miss.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
And here is Conley. Inside, Reed. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Screened by Valanciunas. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here's Conley. 11-point game his last outing. Juzang can't hit. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back to you guys.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here's Reed. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just one of many things Reed contributes on the floor. His ability to save plays by just being in the right place.
To the inside. Here's Brown. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Reed. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's Brown. Hoping to put that miserable performance against Phoenix behind him tonight.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And the rejection by Holmes. Naz Reid has been on display for Minnesota. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Conley out there with Jose Alvarado. And it's Clark in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Another great decision in the career of Mike Conley. As good as it gets moving the ball.
Now here's Murray. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Phoenix. Kept alive. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Here's Freeman. Off target from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 3. Watson kicks to Murray. Down low, Valanciunas. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, when Murray is passing the ball to his teammates, they are at their best.
And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swagger.
Now here's Brown following the miss by Jamal Murray. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good. The time running down to the shot clock. Murray's got 6.
Yeah, look, sometimes guys rush those late shots. Love the composure there from Murray.
Conley, the pass to Freeman. And good that time. Freeman's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Watson. Murray outside. And here's Valanciunas. Brown, the pass to Murray. Shoots over Alvarado. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Outside Conley. To the middle. It's hauled in by Brown. The Nuggets trail by 3 to the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Is checked in for the Nuggets. Denver passing it around. Inside, here's Brown. Makes it off the glass. Brown's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, what else is new? Jokic orchestrating the best passing big man to ever play the sport.
Here is Edwards. 23 points for him the last game against Indiana. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the matchup with the Heat, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
That free throw, no good. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change. But your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Oh, man, Their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
Here's Murray after the basket by Minnesota. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator.
Free throw good, Murray. And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
A premier offense for the Nuggets, but defensively, Stan, there has been some slippage.
Well, they've had to make some tough financial decisions, letting some of their defensive-minded veterans depart in free agency over the years. They got to wonder who will step up, but it often takes young players a little longer at the defensive end.
Here's Murray following the 3 by Minnesota. Watson, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
Gobert with a screen on Murray. Alvarado passes to Edwards. Now Jokic for the 3. Jokic from distance.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. Had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For the Nuggets, Walker's checked in, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Christian Brown. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Berenger. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Frother. Jokic inside. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on 3 quarters here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo against Murray. Offensive rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Reed with a screen for Clark. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And here we go. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. OG Anunoby comes in for Clark. And a switcher also for Denver. Brown's checked in. Gobert with a screen on Hardaway. Pass to Gobert. Anunoby kicks to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. They need this. They get it back. Out to Edwards. Anunoby outside. 3-pointer. Another miss by Minnesota.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Hardaway for 3. Can't get it to go. for and just missed his fourth. DiVincenzo with it. Mr. Gobert down low. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by Gordon.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Reed throws it down.
And what a night for Reed. We see him do this once in a while. Once he gets rolling, it's hard to hold him back.
Hardaway dishes to Gordon. A 3-ball. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Driving inside.
Well, this is what makes DiVincenzo difficult to stop. He can spot up and hit jump shots, but he can also beat you off the dribble.
And Denver has possession. They've led by as much as 10. This game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Here's DiVincenzo following the basket by Jokic. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, right there, DiVincenzo feels out the defense and scores it himself.
And Denver has possession. 6-point game. Brown, the bounce pass. Jokic. Reed with the rebound. Reeves got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Reed with a screen on Hardaway. Out to Edwards. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Hardaway. Outside Gordon. Here's Strother. Here's Jokic. Out to Hardaway. Gordon with the screen for Hardaway. A 3-pointer is right on target. Hardaway has got 14 points.
This defense has had its hands full with Hardaway tonight. They just can't keep him in check. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam from deep 3-point territory. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this.
We appreciate you joining us at halftime. Tonight we tip off with a check on the injury situation.
The Timberwolves coping with the injury concerns. Randall's out. They're changing their strategy on offense a bit. He's a matchup nightmare for some defenders, so you got to change your whole strategy.
Yeah, and he keeps adding to his game. He has the right hand now, more consistent range. Tough loss.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Timberwolves.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Oz Reed with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, You can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Second half is underway, and here's who David Adelman's got on the floor. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Strother in at the small forward. Jokic passes to Gordon. And here is Hardaway, defended by Gobert. Hardaway, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Here he goes. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 7. Here's Strother. He's guarded by Anunoby. It's stolen by Gobert. To the inside. Unhindered. All the way. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
So Coach Van Gundy, after 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, his last coming in 2024, do you think Rudy Gobert has a chance at another?
Well, look, Kevin, I think Rudy continues to play at just as high a level defensively. But now as the game has changed, I think we're starting to reward guys with those awards who can not only protect the rim and make it tough on teams, but can go out on the perimeter and guard multiple positions. So I think it'll be tough for him to get a fit.
Here's DiVincenzo, following the score by Jamal Murray. To the middle. Here's Hardaway. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hardaway has got 16 points.
He's known for his jump shot, but Hardaway isn't afraid to mix it up inside.
Hardaway against Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Denver with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. 5 to shoot. Jokic with a screen on Reed. And it's Gordon missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now DiVincenzo. He has 6. And here's Edwards from the arc. Traps in the tray. And now just a 4-point Denver lead.
Cashing in from the corner. Edwards hasn't seen a 3 he doesn't like.
Hardaway kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's Gordon missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gobert with a screen on Jokic. And Reed has it in the corner. Here's Gobert. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Hardaway. Gordon with it. And it's Reed picking him up. Here's Jokic. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. In 4th, the Timberwolves. Number 5, the Nuggets.
And it's no secret that both of these teams rely heavily on the three-point shot. That was the case last year. Look at those numbers.
To the inside. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Miller.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside Gordon. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass there. Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Alvarado. Jokic defending. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And Jokic gets it to go. 13 points for Jokic. And an important part of every team's game, the look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Nuggets leading by 4. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Clock at 2. Jokic, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Alvarado. Nothing on the board. Edwards drills the 3.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball. Back to you, Kevin.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Christian Brown comes in for Hardaway, and Watson has it in the corner. And another miss by Denver.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Alvarado with it. Now defended by Jokic. That gives them the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Well, you know, Gobert is only going to shoot it when he gets a high percentage look like that.
Pass to Watson. Brown with it. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, shooters shoot, and Murray is unquestionably a shooter. He's taking that look every time.
Inside, the kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Jones checked in for the Nuggets. Bruce Brown comes in for Murray. Brown the pass to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Takes it inside, and the basket by Alvarado.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
Miller with a screen on Brown. Here's Alvarado. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He misses the free throw. And someone, Stan, who fought his way into the NBA, Jose Alvarado, played his way onto a roster and has played well.
Oh, he has really played well, Kevin. And Jose Alvarado is as big a pest and plays as hard as anyone in this league and is so committed to it. If you're going to be Jose Alvarado and do what he does, you got to do it every single night to be effective, and he does.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And it's Alvarado missing. And it's Watson with the ball for the Nuggets. Pass to Brown. Now here's Valanciunas. Out to the right wing. Watson for 3. Cans it from downtown. Watson's got his second bucket of the night. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And it's Miller in the corner. Here's Derringer. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. How he did last season. Put up 8 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yeah, you need someone who can organize that second unit and keep things moving along. A tremendous asset, highly valued by a coaching staff.
No good on that one. And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seems like there's been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Jones. Now here's Brown. Valanciunas sets a screen for Brown. Pocket 6. The pass to Valanciunas. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now Alvarado. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. 9 seconds left in the 3rd. To the left side wing. Valanciunas, and the shot goes in. Valanciunas has got 10 points.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Denver on top. They're up by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
it's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Edwards is out there with Clark. Then it's Jose Alvarado. Then it's Conley, and it's Ingles in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Murray outside. And he makes that one. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, when Murray gets going, he's so tough to stop. Jamal is one of the most explosive guards in the league.
Ingles with a screen on Murray. It's stolen by Watson. Pass to Brown. Now Brown. Here's Valanciunas. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Clark a screen on Brown. Ingles in the corner. On the arc. He can't get it to go. The Nuggets leading by 10. Wide open look here for Murray. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, at 6'11", 275, Valanciunas can really carve out space down low.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Reed comes in for Clark. OG Anunoby's checked in for Jose Alvarado. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's DiVincenzo. Following the basket by Jokic. Not as good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Reed.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Brown dishes to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Denver.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The Nuggets leading by 15. Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And it's Brown missing.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that.
Anunoby finds DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. He's covered by Murray. Edwards passes to Gobert. Edwards against Brown. Down low. Rejected by Murray. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's Denver. They're on a 14-4 run. Brown the pass to Jokic. Pass to Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
You know, one of the things I like most about Murray is his confidence. Even if he has a rare off night, he never gets down on himself. Just keeps attacking.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Timberwolves trail by 16. Up top, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Murray. Gobert in the corner. Fires from deep. Another miss by Minnesota. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Okay, Aaron Gordon. He's certainly been working on some dribble moves.
Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Edwards dishes to Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Murray, and Jokic wide open. He shoots, and Denver again with the bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's DiVincenzo. Driving to the basket.
Look, DiVincenzo relishes the chance to punish the defense. He likes to shake them up with the slam.
Brown with it. And here is Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Murray, no good. Timberwolves trail by 16. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Murray. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Brown. Here's Jokic. Gobert with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. The kick out to Anunoby. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 18. Here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Edwards with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he beat up?
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's got his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Alvarado with it. He's covered by Brown. Miller with a screen on Brown. To the paint, looking to end the run. And Miller with a nice bucket inside.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Brown outside. Pass to Tyson. And here's Watson. The kick out to Brown. Misses off the left iron. Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Brown. They set the pick. Here's Juzang. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. And the layup falls. Juzang's got his first
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Nuggets.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jokic.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Now, here's Brown. Outside, Valanciunas. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got it to go.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Nikola, congratulations on the win. What does a win like this say about your team?
I mean, we are looking for each other. We are finding it. It's when we start playing like we're supposed to play, we are really good. So hopefully we're going to continue to play like this.
Thanks, Nikola. Back to you guys.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And now we present the player of the game, Nikola Jokic.